Hey kayak anglers, this is Juan Veruete from the Wilderness Systems Fishing Team. I've been around kayak fishing for close to 20 years. I've taught classes that I've designed on the water, teaching kayak anglers to target smallmouth bass. I've written magazine articles about kayak fishing. I've also contributed to books on kayak fishing, and I've done a lot of instructional videos and video projects on kayak fishing. So I'm going to talk to you today about my 5 top Wilderness Systems accessories that I literally use every time that I'm going to hit the water. That's why they're in my top 5. I'm going to start with the smallest items, not necessarily in order of importance, but the smallest item to the biggest items. So let's start out first with basically the Pliers Holder. This is a Wilderness Systems Pliers Holder. It's made of mesh and other materials. They're solid materials. It's got a little bungee right here. You can just secure your pliers really nicely, and then you can just deploy them when you need them. And as anglers, we use pliers all the time to crimp things, to take the hook out of fish, all kinds of things. So we're always using our pliers. The thing that I like most about this, to be honest with you, is that I can basically place it in many different places around my kayak because it's got this little Velcro flap here. And so if I've got a bar of my kayak seat, I can clamp it on the bar just by putting this in through the bar and then closing it. If I had some kind of Velcro, inside of my kayak, I could just stick it to that because it's got a Velcro backing here. I like it because I can control where I'm going to put it. Typically, in my Wilderness Systems kayak, using the seat that's in it, I actually typically just hook it to my seat just under the bar that's running under my legs. It doesn't interfere with the comfort of my seat, and so it's hanging just below my hip or just below my leg, so I can just reach down and pull it out anytime that I need to use my pliers. Awesome accessory from Wilderness Systems. First one. Number 2. Ooh, here we go. I got things on both sides of me here. Number 2. This is the mesh storage sleeve, the tackle version, the tackle box version. It fits 3,600 size tackle boxes, and you can see here again it uses a bungee closure, and you've got my 3,600 size box in here, and it also has on all 4 corners and it comes with these bungees on all 4 corners, so you can attach it to different things in your kayak. I actually attach it to the back of my Wilderness Systems fishing seat because it has enough bars there where I can use this to attach to the top. I use this to attach to the bottom part of the seat, and so it just hangs behind my back so that all I have to do is turn around in my seat, flip my feet over the side, and access my box. It really just keeps things secure in my kayak so I don't have a loose box, right? But yet close enough to me when I need something, the box is right there. And that's the idea behind this gear sleeve. So that's the Wilderness Systems gear sleeve, or the mesh tackle box version. So let's get rid of that, and let's move on to the next one. This is a good one. Again, I use it every time I'm on the water. A 10-liter dry bag. This is my Wilderness Systems 10-liter dry bag. It's got attachment points, 1, 2 on the front here, 1, 2 D-rings on the back here. It's got a D-ring here, and it's got, actually a kind of a burping button, I'll call it right here. Basically, if I want to get the air out so I don't use as much space, like say in my haul, if I'm trying to stuff a few dry bags or gear in there and I need some extra room, I could probably get rid of 25% of the size of this dry bag by just getting the extra air that's trapped in here out. So I press this little button. You hear that? And actually, literally the air, now I'm squeezing all the air out of this, and it reseals itself once I get it down. And right here you go. You can see that. It was round and puffy with air. Now I've made it smaller so it fits inside my hull a little bit more efficiently. The thing that I like also about this bag is so many D-rings. I can use these D-rings if I want to have this bag, like say in my tank well, I don't want it loose. So if I flip my boat, I tip my boat some way, I just don't want this gear flopping into the water, so I'll take a little carabiner, hook it to maybe the bungee in my tank well, and then hook it to one of these D-rings, and that secures my dry bag in place. Really important piece of my gear that, again, I use every single time that I'm on the water. The next number, what's that? 1, 2, 3, number 4. Number 4. This is a big one. Ah, here we go. My Wilderness Systems Kayak Crate. Again, I use it every single time I'm on the water. That's why it's on my top 5 list. Love this crate. You can arrange your rod holders. It has 4 rod holders. You see how I've got mine slightly angling back. You can put them straight up however you like them. I like mine angled back, you know, for speed, right? Less drag when they're angled back. I don't know. I like the top lid here. It's got a double closure system. So when I take this top secure closure here, I can lift it up, and I actually have a top tray here. And so I can use this for quick access things like tippet materials, maybe additional baits. I've got my scent in here, things I use a lot, but yet I don't want them up in the cockpit with me. So that's the top lid where you can store some gear. And then when you undo these 2 bottom latches, you access the big main compartment, and it holds 3,600 boxes or 3,700 boxes. It's very efficient inside here. I've got 1, 2, 3 3,600 boxes plus actually some bags of big bags of baits in there, and I've still got room to spare. So that's the Wilderness Systems Kayak Crate, another great accessory that I use every single time I'm on the water. That is definitely one of my favorites. And then this is the Escape Wet Dry Duffel bag. This is the 80 liter version of the bag. This is my 5th and last favorite, although I have many more. And the reason that I put this on my list though is because I do use it every time I head to the water. This is not something that goes on the water with me, but it's something that helps me carry my gear really efficiently to the water and keeps me organized so that when I get to the water, I don't have stuff scattered all over my vehicle. Most of the gear that I have will be in this bag that's not in, you know, the boat or in my kayak crate. Most of the gear I need for a day is going to be in this bag. The cool thing, it's called a wet dry duffel. The major feature here, which again I love bringing it with me every single time I hit the water, is this bottom tray, and that's where the wet dry comes in. You actually, there's a false floor in the bottom that kind of expands down into this bottom. See this color right here? There's actually about 4 inches of storage there, about 3 inches of storage there, and it's separated by a divider, a flexible divider in the bottom of the bag here. And so what I can do is I can literally, trying to find my zipper, there it is. I can literally open this up and put wet gear in here. So wet clothing, anything that got wet during the day that I want to put in this bottom divider. You can see the soft bottom here. So as I fill up this bottom tray, it's going to push up into the upper chamber, but keep it separate and keep this stuff here. And so I've got this waterproof zipper to keep the water out of my vehicle, and I put all my wet gear in here at the end of the day, wet clothing and so forth. I like it because it's got a good sturdy handle. The shoulder carry handle is exceptional. I love it. It's very comfortable, and you can put a lot of weight in here. And the way it's designed, it's kind of angled. It's hooked on one side of the bag and then on the back side of the bag here, so that when it goes on your shoulder, it actually keeps it from sliding off because the strap's not connected to both ends of the bag. Doing this actually makes it be able to pinch down on your shoulder better and stay in place when you're carrying it, even with a heavy load in here. So I really like that. And it's got handles everywhere. Here, the top obviously, and on the side here. So really, if this is in your vehicle and you have to reach for it, about anywhere you reach, you're gonna find a handle to be able to pull this bag out. How big is this? Well, there's a 45 liter version of this, and there's an 80 liter version. This is the 80 liter version, and I use this because I can really fit a lot of gear. And I'm not gonna start pulling it out, but I've got 2 dry bags of gear in here. I've got a throw bag, a throw rope, safety piece of safety equipment. I've got rod holders in here. I've got little accessories in here that I might need on the water. I've got my torpedo throttles in there. Wonder where that was. Extra spool of braided line, and I could go on and on. So I've got a bunch of stuff in here. You can put whatever you want in there, organize it however you want, but this duffel is the bomb. Love it. Take it every every single time I hit the water. So those are my top 5 Wilderness Systems accessories. I literally use those accessories every single time I head to the water to go fishing with my kayak. So tell me, what are your favorite accessories, Wilderness Systems accessories? Go ahead and comment a little bit. If this is on Facebook or YouTube, comment down below. Let me know, like, what's your favorite, and tell me why. What is your favorite and why? So kayak anglers, get out there and do some fishing between now and the next time I get on this video thing, okay? It's more fun to catch fish than it is probably to watch a video. Take care, folks.